Hi. Let me just log in. Hello, hello. So today I'm gonna essentially talk a little bit about the balcony tour, and also take any of your questions as well. There've been quite a few videos, and so I know I think we've had the pond video and the balcony tour video. Let me have a look. So got my trusty laptop, so I'm trying to just log in properly and see all of the hello everyone that's just coming in now. Okay, so for anyone who's in now, did you have any questions about the balcony tour? Have you seen it yet? Did you enjoy it? Oh, I need to turn off those. There we go. So, the balcony tour. It took pretty much a week or so to make that balcony tour video. And the funny thing is that I didn't realize how much footage I've actually amassed over the past few months or so. So I got a bit of a shock when I went through my cloud and I saw all of this footage. And as I said at the end of the video, when if I'm not having a great mental health day, sometimes I will just pick up my phone and I will go out into the garden and I'll just record. Sometimes I record, I just record what it is that I see. And so when I started to look through that content that I had stored up, it kind of brought back all of the memories of the negative side of it. And so I found putting together the whole balcony tour video really quite stressful, to be honest. But I think it was the next day. Hello, Candies, Container Gardening, good morning. It wasn't until the next day after I'd finished editing everything, I was then able to look back and then see just how much I had achieved. And I think it was a necessary thing for me to have done, is to have made this video and then come to terms with some of the stuff that I've been kind of putting away to one side. But what I will say is I didn't want the balcony tour to just be your standard tour where you see loads of pretty pictures and loads of Instagram perfect pictures and everything is amazing, because I don't believe that is what gardening is. I think that if you were to go into a regular garden, whether it's a balcony garden or not, you're going to see some dead plants. And I get really frustrated when I see these tour videos and everyone's got these perfect gardens. I'm like, well, mine's not perfect. So I wanted to incorporate an element of that as well to show that your garden doesn't have to be perfect, um, and that there are little bits and pieces of it that are maybe not the best, but equally so, you know, sometimes you need to give some of these plants a chance. We're quite quick to throw things away, but actually give them a bit of nurture and they come back to life. So that was really interesting to be able to show that. And there are so many plants out there that didn't even make it onto the tour video, but they will get their own special videos. So I'm going to do standalone videos for them. um, did anyone catch the balcony pond video? Uh, that one was another fun video. That balcony pond video was about, I think it was around about 2 months in the making. And I remember like ordering those fish and thinking, what is this? And I didn't know if they were going to make it. Um, and I didn't know if it was going to be, I didn't really know if it was going to make a good video. I just knew that I wanted it. Um, and you know, it turned out to be quite a fun video actually. I even bought a GoPro, so the fact that we got to go, that was my first time going into the pond and seeing it from that view as well. So once I got the footage, I found a piece of music almost instantly, and it kind of connected me at the same time, and it was really really interesting. Oh yeah, if you haven't seen that one, it's a really good one. It's good fun, that video. Um, and hopefully more people will get the chance to get some balcony fish as well. The great thing with that as well is I get to use the fish. I get to use the pond water to fertilize the garden. So it's quite deliberate what I was doing in terms of making a whole kind of ecosystem, in the balcony pond, but also for the whole balcony in general. And so I'm trying to cut down how much I spend on the garden. I also, this is going to be another upcoming video, but I also make my own compost as well. So I'm making my own compost. I have my own fertilizers. I've done a video on my banana fertilizer. And then to add that fish fertilizer in as well, there's a lot of nature and a lot of stuff that I'm putting back into the garden. So that's pretty cool as well. And then you've got, when you make these videos on YouTube, they take a long time. So if there's any content creators on the live chat at the moment, I'm sure you can feel this pain. So that video, the balcony tour video, took approximately, I would say, around about 8 hours to film, edit, and produce. It's it's a lot. It's a lot, but I mean, I've had some. Well, I'm about to spill my own tea here. I gotta be careful. Okay, so I've filmed for some TV projects and some radio projects and some podcast projects for the Cloud Garden, but I can't talk about them because when you do shows and or a TV and radio, they give you contracts to sign, and it's like an NDA. So I can't actually say anything until the show or the radio station or whatever airs the program. But I've had people come and they're so shocked that actually I have to record everything, script everything. I don't actually script anything, to be honest. Edit, and so everything is kind of all on me. And so normally they have like this big production team doing everything, and then there's me, a one-man team, trying to get everything done. So it's pretty crazy. So I've got a question here. How do you manage your garden when the temperatures drop? This is a difficult one. So again, I'm going to do a video on this pretty soon because it's something I'm going to have to face. Uh, but what I can say is the garden itself has got a glass railing at the front, and that helps protect me from the frost. So I actually don't get any frost on my garden whatsoever. So I'm actually quite protected. However, anything that's of a certain height that goes above the glass or that touches the glass, that normally will end up getting frost damage. So one of my first videos that I did on the channel happened to be a what was it? It was growing overwintering tomatoes. And so I was actually able to overwinter tomatoes. I grew them last year and they were growing all the way through until I think it was February, um, which is absolutely insane. And I don't think that normal ground level gardeners are able to do something like that. So, you know, us balcony gardeners, we've got our own little superpowers there. um, this year, I've just got a hell of a lot more plants than I did last year. I've got more flowers. Last year, everything was more edible. And so this year, my predicament is what on earth am I going to do with half of this stuff? So I've got to figure it out. And then I've got things like the more heat loving plants like the canna lilies. Guys, I'm so scared. Like I'm not one of those people who can just cut their plants and then wait for them to grow back next year. Not something like the canna lily. Like I feel pain doing it. So I'm gonna bring I've got two actually. I'm gonna bring both of them inside over winter, just like Nile. Nile, the black colocasia, she's also inside at the moment. And then hopefully I can put them back out next year. Um, Yeah, I mean, the cutting is difficult. I really, do you know? So in the balcony tour video, I did a little segment on the salvias and cutting the salvias back, and that for me was a bit of a heartache. I didn't enjoy cutting those back, and now that I've got this second bloom of things, second bloom of these flowers, I was chopping away all my other salvias. I was like, right, come on, you need to go so I can have some more blooms. So that's been fun. But I think, oh, this is gonna sound, I'm gonna sound like a mean plant dad here. Uh, there are a couple of plants that I have a bit more of an affection towards. So the canna lilies, Nile, I'm like, oh no, I need to protect them at all costs. But something like a salvia, I'm like, oh, that's a salvia in it. So I just chop it up and hope for the best. Um, so yeah, in fact, I'll show you in the houseplant tour. But Niall is, uh, she's not doing too good being inside. So hopefully I will be able to revive her by then. But mm, gosh, she is putting me through it. She's putting me through it. I can't like so. I'm going to spill the tea now on the houseplant tour. Big thank you, by the way, because that the variegation video that got up to 100 likes. So thank you very much. Um, but oh my gosh, you feel that way about your succulents? Listen, you are so good. I can't do succulents. I just kill them. So I've just stopped. I've stopped. I don't know how you do it. How do you have the patience for it? Um, so here's the tea with the balcony, with the houseplant tour video. I have started to film it already, but I've got quite a few houseplants that are in the struggle bus. And so I started to film and then I got really upset that there's just so much death. But then I was just like, oh, forget it, because I'm pretty sure that there's going to be a whole bunch of us, a whole bunch of you who feel the same way with your house plants and that they're not perfect. So I've started to put the sequences together, and instead of being a tour, it's almost like a comedy. Uh, it's just like a sequence of all of these poor plants that have been abused. But I'm really trying. But yeah, no, no. For anyone out there who has got houseplants and you've got uh, calatheas or however you choose to pronounce them, these plants, man, they are so deceitful. You see them on you see them on the shop and you think, oh, this plant's going to be amazing and get it home. Child, it's a waste of money. If they're not happy, they let you know. Um, do you know what? I have one within reaching distance. They are, yes, they are divas. They are real. Do you know what? Okay, let me show you one of them and then you will see what I mean. One sec, one sec. Guys, I cannot. Right. My goodness, absolutely appalling. So embarrassing. Man, it was beautiful when I bought it. Yeah. But like, I'm like, look, I'm not gonna give up on it. I'm not gonna give up on it. Wow, look at you guys laughing at me. The shade. Candy, I see. Oh, yeah, thank you. At least I'm not the only one. So don't worry. There's going to be plenty more of these struggle bus plants in that house plant tour. So yeah, if you wanted to have a laugh, yeah, well, we'll see some of those. Um, but there are also some wins. So what I can also reveal is the Thai constellation. I know that that was having a bit of a rough time, but actually it's bounced back and it's producing new leaves as well. So I can't wait to show you that one too. um, do you guys have any other questions? Oh, I'll tell you, actually, um, if anyone has, do you know what I found on one of my pothos were mealybugs. I've never seen an English or a UK channel talk about mealybugs, but I've actually found some on my pothos. So I'm having to learn how to get rid of them. I'm assuming it's the same way as getting rid of aphids. Um, but yeah. Oh, I've got somebody talking about. Oh yeah, the the balcony tour videos are really good fun. So the with the balcony tour, what I like about that is the fact that I get to show so many people what can be done in such a small space. Um, and I saw, obviously I went to Chelsea to go and see the RHS Chelsea flower show. They had some balcony exhibits, and it was really great seeing what the designers had done, and it was fantastic, and all the gardens looked really beautiful. But it was just missing an element of reality and what we balcony gardeners actually have to put up with, whether it's wind or pollinators or pests. And it was just nothing like that. They were really beautiful gardens given the space and the dimensions that they were given. Um, but my channel is kind of a little bit more practical on showing people what you can achieve. And I think uh, it's my hope that I can grow the channel just to help other people realize the potential that their own small spaces have in a realistic way. But it's hard on YouTube to kind of grow a channel like mine because it is kind of a little bit of a niche. And so when it comes to the big gardening channels, they've got probably a bigger pool of people to reach. And so it's a little bit harder for me to grow. But I mean, this channel is growing at a really quick and fast pace. So I'm not really complaining at all. And I'm pretty sure that, you know, given time, the channel will pick up steam and it will continue to grow. And you guys are so great as well. You're always clicking and liking and commenting, and that really, really helps the channel to grow because it tells YouTube to really, really push um, uh, to push the content to other people. So once again, thank you all for that too. Um, I think unless you guys have got any other questions, um, I'll call it quits for now and we'll wait for Thursday. Thursday's video is going to be on vertical growing. So the questions that I get asked a lot, or the comments that people post on Facebook a lot, are to do with the arches. And I am very conscious that there are going to be a whole load of people putting arches up on their balcony gardens without knowing how difficult or how useful they actually are. So I'm going to make sure that I get that video out on Thursday for you guys, and it's going to also feature a special vegetable that not many people know about in the UK that is a climbing variety. So I'm excited to share that with you guys as well. So yes, Thursday's video is going to be vertical rowing on the cloud garden, and then on Saturday it's going to be a balcony harvest, and I can show you everything that I've got in the garden. And then after that I can then be a bit more free to show you the whole garden because it's been quite restricted in what I can show you. So anyway, thank you all for joining me. It's been fun, and hopefully I'll see you on Thursday. Thank you. See you. Bye bye.